Well, just as authorities have been saying for days now, we're dealing with a fluid situation, and that calls for changes on a need-be basis. With the latest emergency order, we turn our attention now to a report from our Altavis Munnings.
The Emergency Powers COVID-19 order mandates that every person in the Bahamas leaving their residence or establishment is now required to wear a mask covering their nose and mouth. Prime Minister the Most Honorable Dr. Heber Minnis announcing the new amendment Wednesday, which indicated that an exempted business can deny entry to any individual not wearing a mask over their nose and mouth. The new amendment also allows inter-island private commercial sea transport other than a ferry service to and from Harbour Island ELEUTHERA for pharmaceutical delivery and to and from Bimini to transport essential workers. Additionally, only construction companies performing hurricane relief construction and restoration efforts to Grand Bahama, Abaco, and the Keys, seawall construction in Mangrove Key Andros, and quarantine building in South Eleuthera have been allowed under the new order. Gas stations in Abaco and Andros can now operate between 6 a.m. and 7 p.m. The Prime Minister extended the essential workers list to include non-governmental organizations for home delivery of emergency food and medical supplies, ports of entry, container ports, freight forwarders, and private terminals for basic port maintenance services, including garbage removal, domestic trade, imports and exports of containerized freight, and the import, export, treatment, and bunkering of oil products. Public and private oil importation for domestic consumption, storage, and oil delivery to any public or private utility or retail distribution has been exempted as well as the operation at PHARMACHEM Technologies on Grand Bahama. A healthcare worker can conduct home visits to perform medical or therapeutical care. The emergency order also stipulates that individuals can only leave their residence or establishment for a medical emergency. Grocery stores and wholesale distributors can open between 9 a.m. and 5 p.m. on Saturday, April 11th to restock shelves. The emergency order also allows more businesses on Grand Bahama to operate, including all water distribution companies and depots, waste disposal and sanitation services, and construction at the Rand Memorial Hospital, as well as well drilling by Walk Construction. Water services can operate in Abaco, and gas stations there can open between 6 a.m. and 7 p.m. Anyone violating the order will be levied a fine not exceeding $10,000 or be levied a prison term not exceeding 18 months. Altavis Munnings, ZNS Network News.
Coming up, more on COVID-19 treatment. You're watching the Morning Edition. Stay with us.